What's up? My name is Brian Kranz. I work for Monster Energy Kawasaki, and I'm Eli Tomac's mechanic. Starting with the front of the bike. For wheels, we run DID rims, the STX, which is the strong MX rim. That's what they call it. They also offer a LTX version, but we don't use that so much. For rubber, we got Dunlops on there. Our wheels, our hubs are KHI, which comes from Japan. You know, anything KHI is considered like a works part, and that's one of the things that they provide for us. The whole shot device isn't made in-house. We actually have Arc Bob makes those for us, and we kind of have a unique design where we have two options on there that are 10 millimeters apart, so you know we can make a change on the fly should we feel it's necessary. For suspension, we run KYB forks and shock. Eli prefers a spring fork. 270 mil front rotor with a billet Nissan caliper, you know, stock hose. So on our bike we have tons of carbon fiber stuff, from the front disc protection to skid plate to water pump, you know, to rear chain guide, and all that's made by a company called Carbon Spider. And we also run a carbon fiber guard on the front master cylinder. You know, we had a couple front brake issues last year and we found the cause of it, so the protection there is to prevent that from happening again. So moving up to the top of the front of the bike, we got X-Trig triple clamps on there with Renthal fat bars. Then we have our clutch assembly and our arc brake lever. As far as the controls are concerned, Eli's pretty normal, really. I mean, nothing weird or out there. For Eli though, one thing that he runs full waffles all the time. That's kind of something that's unique to him, you know, and you won't see that on very many other guys' bikes unless maybe it's sloppy conditions and it's real wet, but I guess he just has a big hand and he's comfortable with them. So all of our motors are built in-house by Dean, and you know, he does a great job. Everything that goes in the bike gets run on the dyno and broken in and make sure they're good to go. We try to tailor to what the rider wants, you know. Every guy is different, so there's little things we could do with, you know, the cam or piston setups to even clutch setup to make the guys happy and give them the power delivery that they're looking for. Henson provides, you know, our ignition covers, our clutch covers, and all the components inside the motor. So yeah, also, you know, these bikes now, everybody's big on data, especially the factory teams. So on the front, we have the data acquisition on our forks. And then, you know, more data on the rear shock. That's a flex thing. So yeah, our head stays are billet aluminum, and you know, we cut a hole in there to help with some flex and some feel that Eli likes. Yeah, foot pegs and mounts are all made in-house. Those are a pretty cool piece. Titanium. The mounts themselves are made in our CNC, and the knuckle for the foot peg is as well. And then a bunch of our in-house fab guy does the rest, and they're definitely a work of art. On the rear we got Renthal sprockets that provide us with our drive that we need, and then for the chain we run DID. For the most part we kind of just stick with what we have. We don't really jump around a whole lot, and maybe for a Daytona or we go to altitude or something. We run Pro Circuit exhaust, and we also, something new for this year is we started running air boot from them as well. Yeah, well, as far as exhaust, I mean, it pretty much, if we need to make a change as far as elevation is concerned, then we do that in the mapping, and that's what Theo takes care of for us. Graphics on the bike, Decor handles everything for us. They do our graphics, our seat covers. Eli, well, both of our guys actually like the grip tape on the frame. This stuff that we run is pretty mellow, really. It's not super gnarly on it, but it just adds a little bit of traction for them. We run Maxima oils and coolant, and you know, we run their contact cleaner, their chain lube, their BioWash, everything down the line. They make a great product for anything you need for your motorcycle. For Supercross, we run a production fuel tank on our bike, but for outdoors, it's just not enough. It doesn't hold enough. So we actually run carbon fiber one, which is more capacity and gets us through the motos. So on the front and rear master cylinders, the caps we put on them, we get our riders' numbers etched into them and then get them anodized. It's kind of a cool little piece.